All right, let's jump right in. This is your 360-degree briefing on everything that matters in AI right now. We're talking the latest research, the biggest debates, and the powerful new tools that are already changing how we work and live.
So, here's how we're going to break it down. We're looking at 4 big areas. First, how AI is hitting the workplace. Then, what's cooking in the research labs. After that, the big fight over the rules, and of course, the new tools you can actually get your hands on. Finally, we'll wrap it all up.
Okay, first up, the one thing everyone is talking about, jobs, right? How is AI really changing the game for professionals like you and me?
And I mean, listen to this. This isn't some random blog post. This comes from Fortune, reporting on research from Anthropic, one of the biggest names in the game. They're talking about a potential great recession for white-collar workers. That's a huge statement.
So what Anthropic does here is actually super interesting. They split jobs into 2 buckets. You've got the red jobs. These are the roles and tasks that AI is already crushing today. But then you have the blue jobs, and that's the stuff AI is projected to take on next. It's basically their roadmap of where this is all heading for the professional world.
Okay, so where is all this disruption coming from? Well, that takes us straight to the labs, where the pace of innovation is, frankly, just off the charts. Look at healthcare, for instance. There's this new model called Shurion. And get this, it's not just seeing what's happening in surgery. It's designed to understand the why behind a surgeon's actions. It's like having an expert assistant who can anticipate the next move, not just identify the tools. We're talking about a leap from just pattern recognition to actual reasoning.
Then you jump over to climate science, and you've got Aurora. This thing is a total game changer for weather forecasting. It's matching the accuracy of traditional methods that need massive supercomputers, but it's doing it for a fraction of the computational cost. Think about what that means for predicting hurricanes or heat waves faster and more efficiently.
And this is just brilliant. There's another model, RAMO-AQ, that's all about making diagnostics more accessible. How? It can analyze the sound of a cough from a simple microphone to screen for respiratory issues. No fancy equipment needed. This could literally put preliminary health checks in everyone's pocket.
And it's not just in 1 or 2 areas. The research is exploding everywhere. They're teaching LLMs to reason more like humans. They're injecting the laws of physics into AI-generated videos so stuff doesn't look all weird and floaty. They're making sure AI can be a trustworthy lab partner for scientists. They're even building new ways to check if the code AI writes is actually secure. It is a full-court press. So, with all this happening so fast, you can probably guess what's next. A massive tension is building. It's this epic push and pull between, let's go faster, and whoa, let's pump the brakes and think about this.
And this really gets to the heart of it. On one side, you've got the innovators, the startups, the big tech companies. They're all about speed, getting to market, and building the next big thing. But on the other side, you've got governments, ethicists, and the public demanding safety, clear rules of the road, and some level of control over this incredibly powerful tech.
And this isn't just a theoretical debate. We're seeing these flashpoints pop up everywhere. You've got the US Department of Defense and Anthropic and a standoff over military AI. I mean, who gets to decide those rules? Meanwhile, over in Europe, the EUAiAct is moving full steam ahead, focusing hard on safety and making sure there are real consequences for breaking the rules. Okay, so we've talked jobs, we've talked wild research, and we've talked government rules. But how does this all actually, show up in the real world? What tools can you and your business actually use today?
Well, the market is absolutely flooding with new stuff. You've got things like the Claude Marketplace, which is basically an app store for business AI. You have companies building AI coworkers like Hannah & Co. to help with things like marketing. And you have super specific tools like FlowRipple for automating workflows, or a special Kanban board just for developers using AI. It's all about plugging this power into what people are already doing.
Yeah, the trend here is crystal clear, right? It's all about making us more productive. It's about taking the workflows we already have and making them faster, smarter, and just easier.
All right, let's put all the pieces together and look at the whole 360-degree picture.
So here it is. 1. The human impact. White-collar work is about to go through a massive change. 2. Innovation. The research labs are firing on all cylinders, pushing into every field imaginable. 3. Governance. A huge global tug-of-war is happening right now over control. And 4. Implementation. The market is taking all that complex tech and turning it into real, tangible tools for you to use.
Which leaves us with the big, multi-trillion-dollar question, doesn't it? As this technology rockets forward on all fronts, who's really in the driver's seat?
Is it the innovators creating it, the regulators trying to fence it in, or is it the market, us, deciding which tools win and which ones fail? That's the real story to watch.